Hey y'all, this is Lyne't. I'm going live because for some reason I can't pre-record my video on my phone. Not sure why. It's raining here in KC. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Anyway, this video is about addressing the fact that now all men seem to want to call women angry black women or feminists. I was having a conversation with someone earlier. It's raining, so I pinned my hair up. But I was having a conversation with someone earlier. And one thing Lyne't doesn't do. A man will find himself never talking to me again if that man makes excuses for the reason why he does not take care of his children. Every good dad that I know has never made an excuse. Yes, the mother tried to take the kid from him. Yes, he had a battle to fight for his children. Yes, he got his children. And he wound up to have it. And this is for moms and dads who don't take care of their children. They always seem to have a significant other, but they don't take care of their children. Well, needless to say, getting off of that subject, he told me, you're a feminist. He said, you hate black men and you're a feminist. First off, let me clear this up. I might point out things that black men do wrong, but I love black men. That's all I ever dated. My dad was a black man. My biological dad was a black man. I mean, my sons are black men. I can't not like black men. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And I've never dated anything else. So how can I possibly hate black men if I haven't even given another race of man a try? Never. That's not my choice. That's not what I choose to do. But I'm referred to as an angry black woman because I won't accept an excuse for the reason why this man is not fully taking care of his children. Will not accept an excuse for not being there. I can't. When the moms have to take care of these kids, they have to do it all. Especially this man, he's not even paying child support. So how am I a feminist or an angry black woman? Because I'm pointing out and stating the facts of the obvious. You have a daughter. You know, you're a man. You know what's waiting on your daughter out here. She's 13. This is the age where they start doing all kinds of stuff. And you're making excuses for not being in her life. That's not okay. That's never okay. So I want people to understand when you, and Lyne't has a show. I have a show that you can log on Facebook and watch it. KUAW-LPFM. LP, F as in Frank, M as in money. 985. And the Facebook page again is KUAW-LP as in Paul, F as in Frank, M as in money, 985. You can also listen on the TuneIn app. I think it's KUAW on the TuneIn app. But that's going to be what I'm discussing for the end of Mother's Day, is the role of mothers and am I an angry black woman? I don't consider myself an angry black woman. I uplift our black men. I know y'all go through a lot. Black men tend to deny that black women go through a lot. But it seems as though every black man I've ever met, with the exception of my two cousins, who are like brothers to me, were raised in a house with a single mom. I've not met one that was not raised in a house with a single mom, either due to never being married or being divorced. So there's got to be something wrong here. And there's got to be, we have to start telling the truth. We have to come together. We have to fix this. And I tell people all the time, the angry black woman stereotype is allowed to be perpetuated by the black man. The angry black woman, the black woman, United States of America black woman, is the only unprotected woman in this world. The African black women are protected. Their identity is protected and held in high regard by their men. The island black women, Their identity is protected and held in high regard by their men. Of course, the white women are. Their men have put systems in place to protect them. The Asian women, their men uphold them, hold them in high regard and protect them. The Latin and Hispanic community is the same. Their men hold them in high regard and protect them. The only unprotected woman on this planet is the black woman. The United States of America, black woman. Those of us who are born, natural born here. And it's sad to say, because it tells the state of our men. It shows the strength and the courage of our men. Now, men, I'm not saying all of y'all, but it is a very small, minute number up against all of the numbers of black men. And I say this, and men always try to argue with me on this. But I say this, and when I say it, it becomes, oh, she's right. The Black Lives Matter movement, a lot of people are like, oh, it was started by a bunch of lesbian feminists. Regardless of if the Black Lives Matter movement was started by a bunch of lesbian feminists, who's the face of the Black Lives Matter movement? The only person that I can remember that the Black Lives Matter movement pushed and said, hey, say her name. Who? Sandra Bland. But then we have Mike Brown. We have, I'm not going to go into the names because I'm not going to bash the Black Lives Matter movement because they are doing a wonderful thing as far as working for our men. But this is women. These are women saying, you will not treat our black kings this way. Our black kings and our black princes this way. Where's the movement made by the black men for the black women? There is none. There is not a single one. And no one can tell me that they have one. Because in the day and age of social media, it would have spread like wildfire by now. It is sadly depressing to be a black woman in America. You are not protected. And the very man that is supposed to protect you has his foot on your neck. We are so disregarded by our men that our race will never, ever, ever pull through the treatment that we are receiving around the world. I saw a post where an African boy or man or whatever said, basically, he felt like he was in luck because he thought he had a black girl pregnant and he dodged that bullet. It's an African man who felt like he dodged a bullet because he thought he had a black girl pregnant. This is what you all are allowing men around the world to think of your women, to think of your mothers, to think of your daughters. And everybody keeps saying, oh, well, black women always disrespecting or don't know how to let a man lead. When you tell me a leader that you will respect that is weak. Because we are forced as women to be leaders because our men won't stand up. They leave us with children. If we did not become leaders, we would crumble. Most leaders do not readily hand over anything. You have to prove yourself in order to sit in the seat, or in the case of David of the Bible, be given the ring of the Pharaoh. You all turned us into leaders. I never grew up and said I wanted to be a single mom. Every black woman always says, everyone I've ever talked to always says, I'm going to grow up, I'm going to get married, and then I'm going to have children. They never say I'm going to grow up and have kids. And a kid's dad, I've never heard that. But we're always told, oh, you won't let me lead. We can never hand over the gavel because the men refuse to come in. And yes, you have to prove yourself. And no, you don't have to prove yourself financially, because most women are not even going to care about that if you can't prove that you can lead. We have children. And the children that you hear that are being killed by their step-parents or beat by their step-parents, that's because the mom threw the whole gavel at the man and said, hey, you take care of it. You be the man. I'm going to be the woman just so I can have a man. And then you have the black men out here who are crying because their kids were left in the care of a woman who cared more to have a man than she cared about being a mother. And they are burying their babies up to teenagers. There has to be balance here. There has to be balance. Either you want to step up and be leaders and be men and be there for your children and take the burden off of the woman. Y'all are creating these babies, man. I mean, if you truly a king, kings don't have kids with just anybody. Think about it like this. They handpicked Meghan Markle for Prince Harry. He couldn't just up and say, I want to marry her. She had to go through a whole investigation. They found that her daddy has lineage over there. So they said, yes, you can marry her. Prince William, he couldn't just up and marry his wife, Kate. She had to get vetted. So he's not just up and having babies with just any old body. But black men claim to be kings, but you don't do kingly behaviors. And if this sounds a bit feminist, then oh well. I'm not knocking y'all. I'm just saying, be what you say you are. And do not attack a black woman for being a leader. I'm a leader in my own right. And in my marriage, and my cousin tells me that all the time, she says, I knew that shit was going to crumble the day you told me you was going to let him do everything. She said, I knew y'all's finances and everything else was going downhill. I will say this. Not every woman deserves to control the finances in a marriage, because some of these heifers out here don't know the difference between paying bills and shopping. So I will say that. But when a man comes in and he expects a woman to hand over a gavel, and a lot of women do it. A lot of women do it without fully vetting the man. I did because my religion told me to. And it was added problems to an already tumultuous marriage. But please don't call us feminists and tell us we hate black men because we are holding y'all to a higher standard. Please don't do that. We don't hate black men. We are just holding y'all to the standard that we know that y'all have. Every movement that you hear of, every time you see someone protesting the mistreatment of a black person, it's a black woman who starts it. It's a black woman who's the voice. And it is a black man she's yelling at the world about. You never, and I will give the brothers, I think they're in Detroit, the Black Panthers in Detroit. I'm not sure where they're from, but I've been seeing videos, so I'm going to thank y'all because y'all are walking in these Asian stores and walking in different places and letting them know you won't mistreat our black women. And I have to give y'all credit, but y'all are one group in one city in the entirety of the United States. Our people will not heal unless our men learn how to stand up for us. You want to see, I saw a quote that said, show me the woman of a certain nationality or race, and I can tell you the state that nationality and race is in. The view of the black woman, black men have allowed us to be hoes, to be sluts, to be called angry, to be called hateful, to be called mean. And nobody understands or will admit, or it starts very young. They say 1 in 4 girls will be molested in their life. Of all the black women that I know, for black women that number is 4 in 5. I did the math myself. That number is 4 in 5 black women will be raped or molested. That's crazy. So I'm not going to hold everybody. I just need to put this out there. And when we black women who have some sense, because men seem to want to go for the ones who don't have, when we black women have some sense, we are deemed as angry, as bitches, as feminists, instead of saying she wants the best for me. She wants to bring out the inner king in me. I'm just asking y'all to start looking at things different. When I challenge a brother, I never challenge his manhood. I challenge him to elevate. And if his manhood feels attacked, we will walk through it and he will see I never challenged his manhood. Hopefully, this helps y'all. Tune in tonight, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to continue this on the radio show. KUAW-LPFM 985 or on the TuneIn app at KUAW. I will give the call letters tonight during the show so y'all can call in and we can have this conversation, because this is a conversation that needs to be had. God bless y'all. I love y'all. This is Lyne't signing out for the Lyne't Gray Show. Bye-bye.